All right, it's me. Hello. Hello. Cheer. Yay.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Yay!
All hail John Fragener.
Hey!
Happy Halloween.
Hey, stop. Start. Stop. All hail John Fragener. That I gotta say, that guy, not a lot of consent involved in those themes. You know, that's French though, you know, that's the French for you. And I'm not going to do any Jacques lost his S jokes. I'm going to leave it out like the S in his name. So, yeah, I'm just not doing that. So anyway, this is a great one for me. Thank you for having me do this. Valentine's Day is a big deal. And it's a good one. Timely for me. I've been married 16 years and recently went through a divorce, in my head. I've been through a ton of these after 16 years, many in my head. This was the best one though. So, very timely. Best one ever. I mean, I'm talking amicable. She gave me all the money. I ended up living in a boat with a beautiful young woman from one of those paintings. And I had been watching her swing in the bushes. Her husband didn't know I was there, but you know how it is in those paintings. But yeah, and this woman that I lived with in my divorce in my head, in a boat together, she couldn't decide what she liked more, fishing with me or practicing massage therapy. So you know how it is. You got to find something to do when you come from a rich family, which she did, that were all fans of mine. So fantastic divorce in my head. I was so excited I had to tell my wife. You know, you ever wake up from a dream and start to tell your spouse and realize, oh, you're not gonna like all this. But we share everything, and she did. She was like, as a matter of fact, it was to her, in her defense, she was excited for me. She was like, no, you should definitely do that. So yeah, so we just laughed out loud because that's never gonna happen, and we high-fived and went back to compromising, because that's what you do when opposites attract and then marry. Yeah, we have nothing in common. We're opposites. Actually, we have one thing in common, the fact that neither of us ever get anything we want. That's the one thing we have in common. So that's our happy place. That's our love language, total and complete compromise. So that's my Valentine's Day. I'm excited about it. And I'm excited about looking into the history of this thing. I mean, I had to write stuff down because there's so much weird. It's anything like that goes back into Roman history where the record keeping was hazy and funky. You end up with like this stuff, which it started with deities apparently. So Cupid was actually Tammuz. I don't know if you know this, but Tammuz was a deity that was a trickster. He was like a uncomfortably overweight baby, I guess, with a bow and arrow, which doesn't, whatever, it's a deity. But it was like shooting people and thought it was funny to shoot them with these love arrows, and then they'd fall in love and they'd ruin their lives. And that was funny. The Romans loved that stuff. And that was the impetus for Cupid. And then, also he shot his own mom so she'd fall in love with him and then marry him. And so he married his own mom. So, yeah, that's the origin story of your $200 chocolate bill, is a fat hunting baby that married his mom. So think about that next time. Lupercalia was the actual event, though, that was supposedly like this fertility event, that celebration that took place in Rome. And it was, I mean, it was not like a regular it was way more than it wasn't like maypoles and games. It was like a big feast, and like as if a chubby baby bow hunter wasn't enough for you. These guys were cooking, like they'd take the skin from the goats and make strips out of it and soak it in blood, and then they were swiping young attractive women with it and running around chasing them and swiping them with it. So it's also apparently the origin of Tinder. And then of course Valentine was, you know, there was like, they don't even know which Valentine. There was 3 Valentines that are potentially the Saint Valentine. They don't know. And so through my research, oh, and by the way, all 3 were beheaded. So let's not forget the real message here. You can fall in love, but don't lose your head. First one, Valentine 1. He was helping soldiers marry. This was his crime, because Emperor Claudius II, had outlawed marriage among soldiers because he thought that unmarried men made better soldiers, which has to be the biggest misconception in history, because everybody knows married men make way better killers. You don't even have to talk them into it some days. So he was doing this. He made it illegal. He made marriage among soldiers illegal in Roman culture, where is funny if you think about all the things that were legal, right? I mean, yeah, not saying, just saying. Let's put it this way. Chris Hansen would have been pretty busy. So Valentine, this guy Valentine, just kept marrying these, even though the emperor said don't, he kept marrying these soldiers. It wasn't like your homeowners association said, hey, you can't put a shed in your yard unless you get a permit. There's a Roman emperor. The only resolution they know to conflict is murder. And he was like, I don't care. I'm just going to do that. And he did it. And he kept doing it. And so, of course, he was executed. But before he was executed, he was detained. And during his detention, the men and women that he had married and brought together in union came to him and brought him letters and candies. And that is supposedly one of the possible origins of this holiday. So women love this holiday. So just know that you have his blood on your hands. That's not melted chocolate. Valentine number 2 possibility. Bishop of Tourney. Not a lot on this cat. But a guy named Valentine, who is a priest and also executed by Claudius II. How much killing was that guy doing that he started doubling up on names and professions at the same time? He was probably like, I have killed 9 plumbers named Jim this week. This is crazy. How many cobblers did we have last month named Todd? So Valentine number 3 was... he got iced for helping Christians escape Roman prisons. And it said that they weren't even going to execute him. They just put him in prison. And then he fell in love with his jailer's daughter. Whew, talk about bad luck, right? Don't take that guy to Vegas. So, yeah. So they were like, oh, what? You did what? All right. So we got to kill you then. So this is Roman culture. So the significance is that he wrote a letter on the day of his headectomy that was signed from your Valentine to the jailer's daughter. And that may be the reason that you have to stop by CVS at 5:02 p.m. on Valentine's Day to get the last card in the slot. Life well lived. The whole thing's so confusing. Because I've found like everything from, I mean, it's so hard that I've even found one site that combined all 3 Valentines into one story to simplify it. Have you ever looked into history and seen that where they're like, it's not true? Because there's like, it said Valentine was the Bishop of Tourney and that he was marrying soldiers and then he was imprisoned. And when he was imprisoned, he started freeing Christians and then he fell in love with his jailer's daughter. And at that point, they were like, all right, that's a wrap. Like, they let him get away with the other stuff. It's just, I don't know who believes that. They just conflated him because they didn't know any better. Is that what they're going to do with our history? In 6,000 years when solar flares have erased our hard drives and they're trying to piece together what we actually were because we have no written history other than like our kids' drawings. They're going to be like, well, they were terrible artists. There's going to be no art talk. And then there's going to be, then they're going to be like, it looks like the leader of the lost empire of Canada was an African man named Barry Trump. And he was in a wheelchair and was also an actor in Westerns. And wore a big top hat and was shot in a theater. So I don't know. That's their history. I love history. And I'll tell you what, as much as that's all crazy and confusing, what it comes down to, and you know this to be true, is love. This is the holiday. It's about love and true love. Like, and there's all these examples through history. Romeo and Juliet, that worked out pretty good. Not for them. We like the story. Yeah, Hitler and Eva Braun, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. It's all a lot of love. It's fun to make fun of this, make fun of love, but I'm gonna be serious for a second. There is one true love story that we can't deny that true love exists because this story exists. Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Very true. They were very in love. Or a few years before, Cleopatra and Julius Caesar, also true love. And then before that was Cleopatra and Ptolemy the 14th, her brother. Or a few years before that, Cleopatra and Ptolemy the 13th, her other brother. So those are all true love. So I think you probably are getting my point now that women are smarter than men. We're the ones getting our heads lopped off for this stuff. You guys are just floating around making empires. Yeah. My wife has 143 IQ. That's genius level. I don't compete with that. I've taken 2 IQ tests online, add them together, couldn't beat her. So I don't even tell her about that. And it works. Works for she gives me information, and that's what it is. Women have detailed information, and men, they can retain detailed information. That's true. Women have that skill, that ability. Men have big ideas and no details. You leave us alone in the wild long enough, that's fatal. We just kill ourselves by accident. That's why the synergy works. Women find one you like, and you give them enough information, details to keep them alive long enough to get your chocolates on Valentine's Day. Right? You don't believe that women are keeping men alive? You can watch YouTube. That's always a guy on a moped driving off a cliff with like a towel. I can fly. That's just some idiot that a woman is done with now. She let him do that. So Valentine's is important to me too. And today we're going to celebrate. So thank you for letting me do it. My wife and I are going to go to a nice dinner. And I like Thai food, and she likes Kraft macaroni and cheese. So we're probably going to get neither. So we're going to go out and get some stuff that neither of us like. And total compromise. That's our Valentine's Day. Thank you guys very much for having me.
Yay!
That's
Thank you, Collin.
Officially.
Thank you, Collin.
All right, I'm not done though. Here, I'll do this. We'll make it. Okay, now, you guys ready for some trivia?
Yeah.
All right, get your buzzers out, get your hats on, your thinking caps. We got a good one. We got a good round of trivia here. All right, everybody ready? You good?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. And how does this work again? You want to tune us in on this? Somebody? Everybody's gonna chime in, and then they're gonna be honest, right? We're going on the honor system here. This isn't Rome. Number 1, here we go. Who receives the most Valentine's Day cards? Now, this can be multiple choice. A, teachers. B, firemen. C, politicians. Or D, Bradley Cooper. Or for the older folks, David Hasselhoff.
Are we shouting out the answers, or are we writing them down?
Well, just get them written down. Get them all. Is everybody's ready? If
I was
everybody's
putting
ready,
it in chat.
then you can. Oh, is that how you want to do it?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Then we can talk about it. We can talk about it. Who says it's B? Nobody. Anybody say it's David Hasselhoff? That wasn't. That's a write-in. It was A. Teachers.
Teachers.
It was A. Teachers. If you
Answer.
got it, you got it. Stay honest. Number 2, what percentage of people buy their pets a gift on Valentine's Day? Okay. A, 9%. Okay. 9. Get it? K9. Number B, letter B, 27%. Letter C, 92%. Or D, 100%, because a culture that also has dog psychologists would also be bound by etiquette to provide gifts for anyone whose poop they pick up with their hands while the animal watches. So 100% would be good. So A, 9%, B, 27%, C, 92%, or D, 100%. Anybody got a guess on that?
B.
Say B, 27%. Nobody says 92%?
No way.
Maureen says 92. It's 27%. It's B.
Well, I screwed up.
Yeah, that's good. I did too. I thought it was that. Number 3, where can you find the oldest Valentine's Day card on display? Göbekli Tepe. A, Göbekli Tepe. B, the British Museum in London. Or C, Liz Taylor's diary.
C.
Go with B.
This is a gimme. What is it, Darren?
B.
B. The British
B.
Museum in London.
It's B.
Okay, number 4. In how many countries is Valentine's Day an official holiday? A, 4 countries. B, just France. C, 0, none of them. Or D, all of them.
C.
It's a hard one.
C.
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 C0. It is C0. We got a lot of chat coming through on that. Yep, that is it. 5. How much chocolate is sold during Valentine's week? A, 4,000 pounds. Or sorry, 400. 400,000 pounds. 4,000 would be nothing. 400,000 pounds. 4,000 is like my wife's family. 400,000 pounds. B, 1 billion tons.
Holy moly.
C, 58 million pounds. Or D, enough to give my father-in-law his damn diabetes.
58 million. 58 million. 58 million.
It is 58 million. All right, but you got to give a little gap in between so we let people sort it out. But yeah, okay. Can't just jump right in, smarty pants. Was that Lucky? Lucky's so
Yeah.
smart.
He was really pumped up on
All
that.
right. By the way, you're getting less and less hair. Every time I see you, you have less hair.
Old age. Old age. is
I
catching up
have
to
bald
me.
spots too. I got a bald spot. Nobody cares about this one. They care about these. They want this to be bald. This, you know. Number 6. Which goddess did Cupid fall in love with? A, Psyche or Psyche, which would make sense. B, Aphrodite. C, RuPaul. Or D, his own mom. That was a trick question because his mom fell in love with him, as we know. So it's either A, B, or C. Psyche, Aphrodite, or RuPaul. Which goddess did Cupid fall in love with?
B.
B.
Aphrodite.
It is A, Psyche. What?
Ooh.
Got one by ya. Bam. That was a curveball.
Psych.
Yeah. You gotta work. Okay. 7. As per the Farmer's Almanac, if a woman sees a goldfinch on Valentine's Day, whom will she marry? A, Bradley Cooper. B, a sailor. C, the person of her dreams. Or D, a funny but not well-known comedian that is a good father, loves dogs, but still is on the fence about his own chickens.
And dreams of divorce.
And dreams of divorce. Yeah. What is a goldfinch? I got to call my wife. Apparently she's seen one. So, B, Bradley
She
Cooper.
married a sailor?
B, a sailor. C, the person of her dreams.
C.
C.
It is B. You
Oh,
romantics. It's a
sailor.
sailor.
Ooh.
A sailor. And he's not interested. B, which village in England is famed for the production of Cadbury chocolate? A, Bourneville in Birmingham. B, Moulton Seas End in Lincolnshire. C, Hastings in the south of England. Love is a battlefield. Or D, Switzerland. This is more of a geography test. If anybody gets D, you're fired.
Repeat the question. Repeat the question,
I'm going to
please.
remain neutral on this. Which village in England is famed for the production of Cadbury chocolate? Is it Bourneville, Birmingham? That's A. Or B, Moulton Seas End in Lincolnshire? Or C, Hastings in the south of England? Or D, Switzerland?
A.
Which?
C.
Huh?
A.
A.
C.
A.
We're all guessing. We're all guessing.
You're all guessing. It is A, Bourneville in Birmingham.
Wow.
There is a Moulton
I
Seas
just
End
copied
in
Jack.
Lincolnshire. That's my namesake. Number 9. What is a signature rose? A, Bette Midler's autograph. B, a red rose with thorns removed. C, a single rose framed with baby's breath. Or D, an aloe vera leaf because love done right burns so hot. Lucky like that one. He's going to go with a bouquet of aloe. So signature rose is Bette Midler's autograph, A, or B, a red rose with thorns removed, or C, a single rose framed in baby's breath, or D, a bouquet of aloe vera on Lucky's doorstep.
B.
It's B.
It is C, a single rose framed by baby's breath. These are good ones. Yeah. All right. 10. In 2001, a movie was released titled Valentine. What genre was this film? Was it A, horror, B, film noir, C, a foreign documentary from France, or D, rom-com, or E, YouTube tutorial, which is a genre now. So movie released in 2001 called Valentine. Was it A, horror film, B, film noir, C, foreign documentary from France, or D, rom-com, or E, YouTube tutorial?
A.
E,
Is
B.
Rom-com.
B.
Oh, we got some missed ones. It is a horror film
Yes.
called Valentine in 2001. All right. Now, number 11. Sometimes Cupid is described as what? A, stupid. Cupid is stupid. B,
Cupid.
blind. C, deaf. D, unnecessary. E, incestual. Or F, as having thyroid issues.
Wait, what are my choices again?
Cupid is described as sometimes Cupid is described as what? A, stupid. B, blind. C, deaf. D, unnecessary.
B.
E,
blind.
incestual.
B.
Or
B.
F,
love is blind.
thyroid issues. What?
A.
B.
Someone says B, blind. Someone says A, stupid.
Stupid.
It is blind.
Oh.
I did not
Love
know
is
that either.
blind.
That's a new one.
Love is
Love is blind.
Yeah.
I was
Oh.
blind to that information. 12. Which famous building was built and given as the ultimate gift of love? I initially thought it was the Vatican. You're going to have to come up with this one on your own, not multiple choice.
Celebrity.
Oh, I know that.
I don't know why that's so funny when I say that, but I thought Vatican and I laughed out loud. I don't know. It's the ultimate gift of love. Yeah. I would think it was actually any she shed ever. Not that. So don't try to. Yep. Anybody got it? Anybody want to put it out there?
Statue of Liberty.
Taj Mahal.
Statue of Liberty is a good one, but no, that was not a gift of love. It was from France.
Yes.
Taj Mahal.
Versailles, someone said.
Versailles.
Yeah.
Tower.
Somebody put Taj Mahal. Lucky put Taj Mahal. Get your aloe out, brother. You're a fire. You won. That's it. You're on
Thank
fire.
you. Thank you.
Wow.
No way.
It's Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
Wow,
Job.
me.
13. Which U.S. state produces the most chocolates? I was going to say state of denial. I'm just going to open the package and eat the one piece and then put it back. State of denial. It's not Alaska, by the way. Frozen chocolate will break your teeth. And that's not the only reason there's toothless people in Alaska. They also have meth, but most of it's from chocolate.
I think Darren's right with PA.
You think it's
got
Pennsylvania?
Uh-huh.
It is
Hershey,
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Hershey, Pennsylvania
Yep.
is responsible for most of that. And that's the guy and his wife. They were child advocates and they adopted 20 some odd kids. They're amazing people. Look into it. Number 14 in our final one. I love you guys. Thank you for having me, by the way. Which actress born on Valentine's Day, February 14th, was the winner of 6, count them 6 Academy Awards?
Meryl
You gotta come
Streep.
up with this one on your own. You know,
No,
you
Meryl
think
Streep only has
you'd
2.
think it was Liz Taylor, but that's marriages. 6 marriages. And it is not Meryl Streep. She won 732 Academy Awards. And by the way, she's also named after a shoe, and we just act like that's normal. So does anybody have our final one? You want to go down with a bang?
I don't know.
No.
Wow, this is a tricky one. I got Elizabeth Shue. It is not. For Darren. No one has it. Thelma Ritter.
Oh, Thelma Ritter.
I don't know.
Who is that? Here, ha ha, ha ha.
I don't know. Thelma Ritter. Thank you guys for having me. I love you so much, SMA. What a good time.
Yay, thank you,
My favorite thing to do on
Colin.
Valentine's Day. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you, Colin.
Thank you.
Yeah.